So this picture, again, that would be the keyframe for the end of the action. Maybe the back swing would be the initial keyframe, and all the in-between drawings that would fit in between these two is what you're after. But the line of action, if I back up just to kind of show it to you, is this character's elevated, airborne, and the club that they have they're hitting down here is the part that's hitting the surface there. But if you can see this line to start with, and then see if I can backtrack a little bit. Starting, I made the head a little bit larger, the torso, and the pelvis. Now the pelvis has that bean shape, so that's giving you a little bit of it, and also has the skeletal structure. So when you take a look, the shoulders go in perspective. They're kind of close, foreshortened. The hips a little bit wider, so you can see that part, and then the spine. Both legs just kind of elevate that motion, and there's the foot. So if you're trying to see if there's a knee involved or the shoulder coming down, both of these are very simplified. Shoulder, everything's kind of straightened out on this. So then as you go into the character, I'm going to again start in on the head, did a little bit of it, come back to the hands. You have the center of this character. The eye line is going to be the elliptical shape, wrapping around here, and there's the separate oval shapes. The eyes, again, a little tricky to see, so you're going to be adding some of that with the eye, brow, and that type of thing coming down to the top and building back up. So it's giving the eyes apart there. Section for the nose there, circular, and here's the triangular shape. So it does give you a piece built out. The arms are kind of enclosed. So here's the shape of it, just kind of building that section up. The circular parts for the hands holding the club there. And then the ear, trying to build that triangular shape just geometrically. And then giving a little bit curve, the stretch, elongation, and the squash comes into play. And a little bit of the ear part. And you can see the overlapping of the thumb and the hand. So here's this cylindrical shape, kind of bent, so the squash and stretch that shows on this club type thing that he has. Circular part for that. That would also have a center line for it. Here's the hand on one side, circle part for this one. Kind of see a little bit of the fingers coming on the other side of this. And just building the extension of the arm coming down. So a little bit of detail into the overlapping of this thumb into the hand there. Get into the body and the feet, that's where a lot of the action's happening. Here's the circular part. You can even find the center line for the body. That's going to come down here. And a circle part for the heel and the actual foot. So 3 circles wrapping around that. So this part is kind of wrapping right around and carries that action, so all the action lines are going to fit right into it. And then the circular part, again building that up. Builds that part up. Cylinder shape for that. So it kind of builds itself up once you get all the action placed into it. And it gives you that section. So again, just kind of cleaning that part up, and then the inking will be a little bit easier. But once you get the line of action built into it, you can kind of see a little bit easier. And coming down to something like the spikes, just make sure this wraps around this section. And just gives you all those points to it. And they have these little connection lines of the action hitting it. Coming down from here. Clouds of smoke, just circular shapes. There you go.